Welcome back to Aquarion Logos Episode 3, Resound, A Dream for Me Alone. This is the third episode, and we kind of get some interesting things this week. First off, we have Mia finally joins the team after everyone kind of receives these new communication watches. Sort of like Power Rangers or Mia Communicator type thing, where they can all keep in contact with each other. But Akira apparently doesn't really believe in that and doesn't really want one. But that comes into play later on. But yeah, so she joins the team, but at the same time, I think she's just agreeing because, Shogun, you told her to keep an eye on Akira. So that's what she's doing. She's gonna keep an eye on Akira, stay near him, and figure out why he's so powerful, I guess. And besides Mia joining, we also have Karen, Uganagami, I think is her name. She also kind of joins, sort of, but in the beginning, she's more being revealed as an idol that her mom is kind of taking around to get her name out there and to get publicity and get, show her off and basically say, oh, this is gonna be a new idol. She's working hard and all this stuff. So, but, her mom is the one pushing this dream. Like, that's pretty much the theme of the episode is dreams. So we have the interesting thing between her, this new character, and her mom is just kind of interesting. And we also learned that the Verbalism Club, which I still think is ridiculous. Why can't they just call it a acting club instead? But, so yeah, they do musicals and plays, not musicals, but more like plays, to, I guess, brush up on their skill of verbalism. Getting used to talking and shouting and stuff, it makes sense, I guess, if you're gonna be doing a theme about using words and communication skills. I guess it makes sense to have them acting and using it every other day, or every day. But also the place doubles as a cafe, which is weird too, like an anime cafe, I guess. So it's very strange, but I guess they're just using it as an excuse to have all these young kids working together at the cafe, and plus doing the plays and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so we also had Karan kind of walks off, and Akira kind of finds her later on outside like an anime store. And she's kind of like talking about anime, and they actually had a hint towards the OVA that came out that links the first two seasons in this one. It's kind of funny. I like how I did that. But Akira can tell that she's faking it, the idol thing. He's like, I can see through you. You're not as enthusiastic about it as your mom is, and he can tell that something's up. But yeah, they do corrupt the word dream. And all the people in the area and the world start acting a little crazy. I guess maybe their dream becomes like their obsession, and they start getting real obsessed about it. Like, Kara's mom is. They do reveal later on that she is just obsessed with this dream of her daughter becoming an idol, only because of reasons that I guess she wanted to be the idol a long time ago when she was growing up, and that was taken from her. So yeah, we have that. It's pretty interesting, just how that part I guess was thrown in there. So, but yeah, so we have the dream thing corrupted all that, and all the people acting crazy. So Kara kind of runs off to find Akira and all the team. And Akira and her kind of team up to stop this creature, which is a weird like Madoka-looking monster thing that I guess the word dream actually says the word dream. Yume several times. So it's kind of cool how they kind of incorporate the word into the story, with the monster being created from that. It is a little weird still, I have to admit, but it's fine. I'm used to it because as someone who's in the Magical Girls, Precure has this obvious weird thing where they take an object and transform it to a monster. So I'm used to this. It's not nothing new to me, but I can see people that aren't into that maybe seeing it a little ridiculous. So, but yeah. So they defeat it with, Kara kind of going through some little bit of arguing with her mom, or not really arguing, but telling her mom that I'm not you. You can't push your dream onto me. And her dream isn't really she doesn't want to be an idol. That's not her daughter's dream at all. So they counter the dream with ephemeral, which I guess I've seen it before used, and kind of ties into dreams a little bit. So that's the word they use to defeat the corrupted dreams. And so we also learned that Kara's real dream is to become a voice actor. Just fitting because her voice lately has been popping up in a lot of anime. if you're a fan of her work. So yeah, and Shogo's. We also revealed that Shogun's team is the one behind creating these monsters, which I kind of sort of knew, but I didn't know they're scientists actually making these, creatures or the chemical, whatever you want to call it, to bring them to life. So it's a little weird that they can design these monsters based off of anything they want. We also had Subite. He's the guy that I guess wants to get Mia back. I guess he's Sogon's son, I think, but he wants a certain monster made for a certain thing next week, which I assume that's all tied back to Maya, because he's obsessed with her and he wants to get her back, and yeah, or they need her because her, machine is kind of tied to his. If they had that, they could have their own Aquarion, which I assume that'd be a thing later on, but yeah. And I also had the thing with Mia going missing. I guess she kind of ran out, was searching for Akira, because she was told to stay by his side, and she took it literally. And, he left, she kind of ran after him and got lost. But they found her because of Akira's voice, and, they're doing the whole destined thing. These two are supposed to be destined to be together, I guess. This is Aquarion's, big main theme they always use. But yeah, it was a pretty good episode. The mech fight itself was kind of silly. I mean, they had the robot, since it was Kira and Akira together, they kind of do this ballet dance because that's what she was into. She does ballet, all this other stuff, singing. So she used that to her, I guess, as part of her skill set. So her way of fighting is ballet. So the Aquarion was kind of doing this ballet dance and they defeated the monster pretty easily. So I like that how each character kind of brings their own thing to the machine when they fuse. Akira is obviously going to be the center for every time they join with their teammate, and he has to help them work out their problem. And I just like how they incorporate each individual strength. You have Akira, like I said, he's going to be the anchor while everyone else kind of jumps in with him and does their thing. So it's cool again, like they change it up. It's not going to be one person's fighting skill is going to be just punching. One person's skill is kind of ballet or karate. So I wouldn't be surprised if they change it up where everyone has their own unique style. But as far as the extras go, the episode, Karan, her voice actor, you might know her from Poppy, as Poppy from Monster Girl, or Sakura Chiyo from Gekkan Shoujo. That Ari Ozawa, she's slowly becoming like my new favorite. I still like a few other people, but she's doing a lot of work, and she does tend to play a lot of cute characters. But I think with Sinful Gear, it might give her a chance to be a little bit more aggressive as far as the fighting goes, maybe. But I'm not too sure. I mean, again, this character she's playing in Aquarion's a cute character. So yeah, and Mia, she's a fun character too. We had a bit with her in the cafe trying to do the whole, I guess, like maid, type of thing where you play a character and you're trying to get the customer something they want, and one of the customers was wanting something like something special in their coffee, and I guess there's like a little saying that goes with it, and Mia was trying to work on, she was trying to be cutesy, but her way was kind of aggressive, and she did attack one of the guys and put this red, I don't know what it was, red sauce on his eye, because I guess it's about working late, and it was just funny. I don't know, I thought it was a funny scene with her, but she also needs to work on her very cute side. She doesn't really have one because she doesn't really interact with a lot of people, according to one of the characters, because they did reveal last week she doesn't know a lot about the outside world. So, again, she needs to be taught a bunch of these things, and she might learn how to do it later on, but I think that's gonna be her gimmick, is she's not bright, all she knows is fighting and that kind of thing. So it's just funny to see how you take that character and do something different with her. But yeah, so that's been the episode. I mean, not a lot to talk about. We still don't know the overall scheme or the overall plan that Shogun's trying to do. So yeah, see you guys next week for episode 4. Last thing I mentioned is that kind of OST. The soundtrack on this episode is really good, especially the moment where Paral's kind of working through her bit with her mom. I like the music work. I mean, it's not the same from the first 2 seasons as far as the soundtrack goes, but It's getting there. I like it so far. But yeah, so it's been the episode. See you guys next week.